It's been a while. Um, I've been sick recently, but I am going to be back on a part 2 of my building. Last time, sorry, I need to catch my breath. I built, some platforms for the level. Right here. And I thought it was very well. And I promised myself that I would upload at least once a week. I have been sick for this whole week, so I haven't been able to do literally anything. So I am going to start working on more of just the build out. I wanted to add something to this as well. We also got this area. These blocks I need to fill in. And also the squares. I really think that something about this slope should change too. We need to add in blocks for these and also a background for this start. Okay. First off, we already finished the platform, so I'm actually gonna make these disappear. Already there. We have the start pause. I should change the group. So the group is 2, or not 2. Sorry, my brain's in another editor. It's in 1. Oh my goodness. I have a lot of stuff grouped like everywhere, so it's really annoying. So we have this. I might have to turn down the volume for this. 1 sec. No music. But basically, as you can see, how clean that builds off together. I think it came perfectly. I could never make anything like this. Anyway, I also wanted to work on making custom saw blades, so that is the first thing I want to do. So, I was thinking that we use an object. This is like the first thing I picked. I have no idea what I'm doing. But I wanted to make something like this in the middle. We're going to have this grouped to T2. This is going to be a pulse. So it's going to fade to 100% to 0 using the alpha triggers. So when I do this, it's going to pulse it to each one of these. I should probably group them to 5 real quick. That was a big mistake. Man. I'm sorry if my voice sounds weird, but I've been sick for like so long right now, it's not even good. I'd do 5. Yeah, I think 5 would work. So the group is 337. So we got the middle. Now we must select a color. I am thinking another blue. So again, this is going to be a different blue. That blue, not that one. That's the one we did. This blue is different. This one's like ocean, like blue, kind of. Select all of these. Now I'm just making it as I come along. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do. But another thing that I want to do is also scale these with the rest of those as well. So I'm going to do the same thing for these saw blades. I've added these pieces into it, and they make a circle. But I'm not going to use the same pattern, of course. But we're going to use the same, like, mechanic for it, which is the circle. I'm going to use this one. This one's bigger. Use the circle. We make it blue, of course. Maybe red. We should change it up. We should make it red. That would look so... Oh my goodness, that looks way too good. Oh my goodness. We need to do red. I'm sorry. I have to change it on you. But it looks very... So, here's a cool little trick that I can do with this. We can have the normal circle that's just small size. We scale it down. And now we can make it the background color. So now we have already functional poles to our objects. You see, now the middle is empty again. So, put them for each. Now, I've had a very good idea brewing in my head that we use these for something. I don't know what yet, but something. I want a blended... Should I do blue, pink? Because red and blue make pink, so it makes sense. But is it good as a blended color? That's the real question. No, not really. So we do orange. Would orange work? I mean, it glows off the red, but we need to make it more of a red orange. So that's a red orange. Yep. We are gonna scale it. We are gonna warp it. Actually, yeah, warp it this way. We're gonna warp it, and then we're gonna copy it to the side. We're going to change it to 6. So it's gonna have this color. That's like the whole purpose that I want it to do. Is to have a very shiny color. Actually, I might have to get rid of the red because it ruins the whole glow. Trust me on this. So now you can see it is glowing way better. One sec, I accidentally messed up the circle. But you can see the glow way better now. And we have this room for decorations in the middle. So we have the block. Out of all the items in the editor, I'm going to pick something random and use it. I'm going to pick this because I think it will be interesting. Like, I don't think most people use this. I mean, like, this is already cool. I'm making a pattern. I don't even know what I'm doing. Except I do know what I'm going to be doing. And that is building a level. Okay. So we have that. That looks very nice. I think we can add some blocks on the inside of this and also give it a color. Now, we can give it either the red color, the reddish orange color, that will match pretty well. Or we can give it the red color, or the blue color. The blue color does not work as good as this orangish red. I really like the color. Oh my goodness. So we are going to add these to each and every one, and then we will start our next step, which is adding the inside of it. Because right now it's only like a layout for it. So we must get this all done. Okay, it's all copied. Now I just want these. Oh, oops. So I already told you that I group these. These rotate, these rotate with these rotate. If that that didn't make any sense. But what I'm trying to say is that these will rotate with it. And I probably have to change the group. Oh, not 40. This is 40. Okay. I'm almost done with this process. After we do this process, we will finally add the other details like effects and stuff to the saw blades. This is the next part that I have to add. Everything else before this has been done besides the spikes and like some of the other saw blades that I will not be getting to because they fit perfectly with the level. This color specifically will just be white. I will pulse it so it will be the same. So I could manually change the color without needing to pick one. And I forgot to take all the blocks. I can't believe I'm talking this much when I'm sick. Like, dude, what the heck? Okay, we got the blocks, and we'll just add them to the groups we already made. Those look really nice. I don't know what it is about them. I just made it. I don't know what I'm doing. I know I'm building a level. There, we have all the groups. Let's add them to 41. $337. $339. $343. I am going to do something completely separate for the smaller spikes. Or not spikes, razor blades, yeah. These are going to be an absolutely separate group as well. And these I want to scale over it. So, what we got is we got 337 and 338 as our first group. And then our last group is 345 and 346. Okay, one second. Yeah, I'm pretty sick. So what we want to do is we want to go into our rotational triggers, and we want to do a 360, and the time should be 6 to make it slow enough. I keep forgetting what the groups were. It was 337, I just remember it. So we got 6. 37. I hope this is before the rotate, because this messes up all the triggers. So we're going to have that. Our next one is 339 and 340. 342 and 344. Okay, it was 345. So all these we must move to the back. I'm gonna put them up here. They have to be before this because they're already really small. If you can see this line, this is all of them, and it's going way past here, and that's not what I want. I need them to, with the ease, it needs like maximum speed. It has acceleration to it after a while, and it will start off really slow and go faster. So I'll barely be moving at the start. Now, the next groups we need to add are 251. Just everything to 351. Where are the groups? So these are all scales. 245. Correct. Wait, no. 247. Scale this. Then we will divide it by value x and y. 248. 249. 250. Actually, let's move these. I want them to happen.
So let me give you this.
My bad. Anyway, so we need the scales to be right here when we touch it, and we need to move these out to right here because this is the movement of it. I'm going to put it up, and then actually wait, we need these down, and then I will divide by value x and y. So we have to put these down into here. Yes, right here. Then I will just copy and paste these up to here. These ones have to be in a line because of the sideways movement. You can see that the lines are being like weird. That's because it's right when you touch this that they will change. So now we can play test it. I don't know what happened. I couldn't see that well, but I could pause it. Oops. Ugh. It's being weird. Okay, I died. Never mind. So what was the group of that white? It was 292. We're just gonna keep moving on. Okay. So we're gonna do this. Same with this. We're gonna post 292. Man. That is a very good color to go with it. It's like a reddish orange. From here, we want another one to be here. And we want another one to be here. I don't know how this works. Anyway, we should see them rotate. If they don't rotate, that means... Oh, they do. Oh, that's nice. I could even see the stuff. The pulse. I saw the pulse to it. Now, we fill all of this up with our final thing, and then we will move on to another section. Just like simple block design or something. I'm gonna put in this because the 6. Oh no! No, I said it. Oh my goodness. I wanted to add some of these with the blending because I think this will make it pop out more. Huh. Oh, okay. Then we move it to here. And now it's even more brighter because blending stacks the brightness or something like that. And now I have to copy everything else. I should make those rotate, but I don't think, actually, maybe I could do something like that. I really like the color. I have to make these go into the background just to be one. This won't go full into the background because there's certain Z orders in objects specifically that are like permanently higher, like these blocks are higher than a normal block naturally. So they always go in front because they have a higher Z order naturally. So that's why these won't be in the background. Okay, it's time to start working on the inside. Now we have a glow in the middle, and now we can finish it off with a outline. Where is it? It's here. Before we do that, we must group this to at least background 1. We can't have this in the background either. That doesn't change anything. That could work. Now we will post this. Ta-da! Now we have the full thing done. And what was the group with that one again? I just want to add it with it because it fits so well. Not that. 341. Okay, bet. 341. And then we also have 337. I'm gonna guess it's 343. Nope, it was 339. Now we must copy. Now this one was the 43, I know for sure. Okay. And which one was this? This was the 345. Another playtest before we move on. But before we move on, I must also do the pulsing. They look nice. Okay, it just automatically did that. Okay. It's a little weird looking, but not until we change the pulse. So 291. We will do another one of these for 291. We shall do. Let's just do a fade out. It starts when you get into this portal, and it will happen here, here, and here. Next thing I want to pulse are these 290, these lights. And I was also thinking to add groups to those, but I will do that and I will not forget in the next video. But for now, I'm going to just change them to a blue color. This is such a mess, oh my goodness. Okay, let's see how this looks. I think it worked out just fine. So now we can start on the blocks. I'm gonna delete these. And I will switch those out for, we could build something like this. Now, I already made slope designs for slopes for these parts. It's a lot of detail in this area, it goes crazy. For the block design, I want it to be under 5, I don't know why. But that's how I know the razors are in front. So, what do we want this block to be? It's gotta be... I'm just gonna make it fashionable, really. I make these cool looking blocks. And we don't want those blocks. We want just a plain block that looks like this. And then I saw these triangle blocks, which I, in fact, no. So we do that. Now it's fashionable. Like, usually people do this like triangle, this triangle thing. I don't know how to explain it much, but it's a triangle thing. Like that, yeah. And it actually looks really nice. And this is messed up. 1 second. Okay, it's even. I'm gonna keep it matching the slopes because there's some blocks over there too. It's just supposed to be the other way. So the slopes were a baby blue color, and I'm going to stick to that. That's too dark. Like this part was a lighter blue. And now I want some glow to these blocks. That's like one thing that we need. And again, we'll be blending because it looks very beautiful. But normal blending would work. Okay, I have a genius idea. I'm going to take this block and put it in group 5. And I am going to do an animation for it. So this is going to be an animation. So I'm just going to change a few things. There are going to be 4 animations to this. So basically I want the spikes to close inward. I don't know why I can't. Yeah, inward. I want them to close inward. So then they're gonna start moving in. And I'll animate it with alpha triggers because I don't know really how the animate trigger works still. I don't know if it's used for anything. So this is gonna be 352. We're gonna copy it. 353. This one, instead of moving it by 1, we're gonna move the spikes by 2. Actually, no, because then it wouldn't be clean. Okay, good. Now is the point I start putting stuff here to cover this because it is now showing the bottom. That looks pretty clean. Oh my goodness. Just like that. Boom. Okay. So the 352, right? Now we copy it again. This is the 3rd animation. And then it'll close like this. And so what I can do is I can invert the animation, just doing the same thing except backwards. So now that we have it closed, I want little custom particle effects that I am going to make using, where is it? This. So the next one is going to look the same, like the block's going to look the same, except it's going to have a little animation to it. I'll keep it next color. Like that. 7 is 354. 8 is 355. So 8, it's just going to change the animation by 1. I know I'm being a little lazy, but I should at least move these up by just like a pixel to make it look just a bit different. So now we got an animated block. I think that looks pretty nice. So we're gonna make it do this and then go backwards like that. So the animation here. It looks like that. Yeah, that looks great. So these are a triple platform, right? 4, 5, 6. I almost said it. Now we are going to warp this. Perfect. Oh my goodness, that actually worked. So this giant square right here is also going to be one of these blocks, but I'm going to change it up. These slabs and small blocks are going to be a different block. I just messed it up. 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay. We copy all these. Now we have it. Oh. This moves, I believe. I mean, we could keep it there, but it might actually can't put it in the background. What do we do with this? Yeah, I'll just move it up 1. That won't do anything. Let's move. I have to move these up then. And now, since we have this, so this can just go by all the triggers. That's the whole point of it. So there will be a 2-block gap in between it. Now, this is another platform here. We are going to copy the same block. We have to put it on the other side. And we also have to put it here. Oh my goodness, this block here messes it up. It's only that block, really. The rest of the level like shows it. I want to make these disappear. Or we could keep them and give them a pulse, but this one definitely, this block stays. We are going to put that as a custom. So I need to pulse 297. So I was grouped with that. It's going to be yellow. Yeah, it's that little particle effect there. Oh my goodness, that was so cool looking. Anyway, we got all the blocks done. Actually, we don't have all of them done. Again, we are going to have a secondary block. We are going to have this as the outline. It's going to be, I kind of want it to be a yellow block. We're going to blend it 90. Okay. We're just adding some outlines. Actually, it's still a little too small scaled. There's 90. That is correct. There we go. areas. Nope. So these are the last blocks, and then I'm probably going to end the video. These blocks are going to blend in with this. Forgive me for sneezing. I mean, coughing. Okay. Now, we want a gradient. So we're going to add these three. We have 4 different types of orange. And we're going to mix it with a yellow. First orange, that's going to be the darkest. Second orange, a bit lighter, just a bit different. I'm going to scale it into yellow. And then we're going to have one close to yellow. I also have to change some things. To do that, we're going to have to scale it just a bit, and you'll see why in a second. So now it's only 3 blocks, and I'm going to do a spiral method. Do you see that? Do you see how well those colors mix together with that? That is what I'm trying to do. That went in front of it. 1 second. This block here, I forgot to give it invisibility. Invisible, and these two should be invisible as well. We did these blocks, and these are invisible. Okay. So you can see they are now very well mixed together. And now we have to make a slab version. Okay, I have to warp it. Right there. There we go. Still looks the same. Just a bit different. Yeah, that's close enough. I really like that. I'm just gonna keep it stacked. I want something in the middle. That's the last thing I want. Maybe a rectangle. Maybe a spike. Could just add these. A little thing. They look like the Squid Game card. Where my yellow color at? Where my yellow color? Now I'm gonna do a bit of pulsing since all the blocks are done. I'm very happy with what we have accomplished today. I don't know why this is here. I'm gonna move this out of the way. Now you can see it. The animation, clean. And now we have to pulse these colors first. So what was the fade on this? The blending. The 296. Okay. So we got 296. That is going to be a lighter blue. Fade out. No, it can't be any lighter blue. What am I thinking? Yellow. Okay, that doesn't really work out. I don't know why. I probably have to move it. So yeah. So we're just gonna copy this 3 times. I can't see what it's doing. Okay, now I can. I want the block color to change as well. What if we do a mixture of green? Yeah, green with blue. Where is it? Oh, I didn't change it. Okay, I can see it. That's a good color. I might have to move this up. There's too much stuff in the way. But then I'll mess up with the other ones. I'm just gonna shove it all with the other ones because there's so many. There's room, there's chaos, but I don't care. So we got the blocks done. I didn't want to add too much. You can see how well that color works with it. There's like no. Okay. So these yellow blocks, I'm going to add one more thing to make it stick out. I'm gonna have to put it into a new group. This group is gonna have a glow on the outside of the blocks. That is the one thing I'm missing, and then I can pulse that and it will light up. Yeah. So it's a blending. It's like this color, kind of skin color. Yes. It has to be dimmer than that. 50. Orange. It's so faint. One sec. I have to put it up because it's still the dark blue background until afterwards. Background. You can see it when I do this, just for a second. Okay. Nope, that messed it up. There we go. Okay. We just gotta finish this. Oh wait, I gotta delete that. Okay, all of this is done. It's 298, right? It's gonna be orange still. Let's get brighter orange. Or we can make it absolutely white. It's gonna be yellow. I'll make it yellow. 40. Let's do that 3 times. Okay, I can see it better. Let's check it out. So what I did today is I added those blocks, and I think it was a very good idea. And this is the end of the second part of the video. And I just want to say thank you for watching my videos, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.